Oh, it's been a few days, yeah. Work and stuff. I might have a moan at the end of the video, so if you want to stick around for that, feel free. This is probably going to be a quick one because I'm just kind of blanking on the knockoffs at the minute. I know I've got some stuff in the post, and according to Yodel, one thing was delivered over a week ago, although it wasn't. So I'm quite upset about that. That was like, I'm not going to tell you what it was, but it was like 30 quid. So kinda want that to turn up, but fine, fine, fine. So we're just going to do this for now, and that is this little helicopter dude. And it is not the most complex thing in the world. Inadvertent Clarkson is inadvertent. I'll explain my demeanour later. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Dear me. So it's a little helicopter thing, possibly an Apache gunship of very, very stylized styling. Yeah, and it's got these massive outriggers that definitely aren't the robot mode arms at all. And it's got a rotor that turns. Yeah, it just pegs in. So if you turn it too much, it basically works itself loose. So that's neat. And that is incredibly loose. But, you know, it's not terrible. Where are we? I bought this for the completely unreasonable amount of £2.50 for that. And it's apparently a robot warrior, but it's actually from the X-Force. We've come across X-Force before. They were from the, remember the little Bugatti robot? I think it was that red, and then there was a yellow one with like the shoulder guns. We've come across X-Force before, and there's two different ones. There's Heli Chopper and a plane. I have both, but we're doing this one now. We'll do this one another time because that space is out my knockoffs. Yay! Oh, and I'm sweating. It's too hot. Okay. So, should we transform this? I suppose we should. Now, bonus points to anyone who can work out how this transforms. I've seen Micromasters with more difficult transformations than this. Speaking of Micromasters, they're coming back. I don't know how I feel about that. Although apparently instead of packs of 4, they're now coming in 2 packs. And then those 2 you can stick together and they make a gun or something. We'll see. They might be alright. But they might sacrifice some of the original charm if they've then got to do like a third mode. We'll see. Because the ones I saw, there was like a video going around. They looked quite good. They looked very, very true to the originals. So we'll see. I have got a bag full of Micromasters. I should dig that out at some point. Okay, transformation. So when you get this bit, you must rotate it on this hinge here, all the way over. Then when you get this piece at this exceptionally loose hinge here, fold that all the way over. Then we're going to stand it up and rotate these around the blades and down. There he is in robot mode, and it is a very nondescript little blank face with not much detail and really super long legs and these push gimmick things, which I don't think I've ever actually tried. That one doesn't work. No, that one doesn't work. Let's try this one. Right. Oh! Okay, we have a winner! bear with me. Oh, dear me. That's yeah, nice one. Clearly got a nice little left hook on him. But no, fair play. That was impressive. I liked that. So he's kind of neat. Now I think these are knockoffs of the other one as well. I believe they're knockoffs of the, was it Armada or Energon, the giant Minicons. I never got them, but I think these are knockoffs of those, which is why they've got the push firing gimmicks. I think that's what they are. I could be wrong. But no, that's kind of neat. And let's have a look at a lie the box says. Hey look, you can stick the rotor on the arm. That's neat. Okay, you go there, Mr. Box, you liar. Just stay. Okay, let's lift this up, take that off. And now we've got this peg, and where does it go? Maybe I'm doing it wrong, maybe it needs to go this side. You can't attach the propeller. You can't. It's lied to us. And I feel most upset. You go away for being a liar. Now, was he worth £2.50? No. Is he quite funny? Kinda. Am I going to bother doing articulation? I suppose so. Ball joint. Goes wherever a ball joint can. Hinge in the waist. So he can sit down and think about what he's done. Hinge there. So he can sit down in a chair and think about what he's done. Although, he's currently balancing on his propellers. So, yeah, cool. And the quality is awful. Cause, like, look at this. Like the little off bits of the mould. They're all over the place. They're on here. It's very cheaply done. Very cheaply done. But, it's fine. It's not worth the money, but it's funny. And I just noticed the paint there doesn't even come up to the line for the screen. That's lazy. Oh, hang on. There you go. It doesn't come up. Oh, good. Oh, you can't see. Oh, it doesn't come up to that, and you can't see a thing because of the glare. There you go. Okay, so do I do size comparison? Yeah, sure. There's Road Trap. There's Battle Slash. Let's turn back to a helicopter for a helicopter comparison for you, because it takes a long time to do, honest. So it's about legend scale. There you go. So I should be ugly, I should be wretched, and I shall see all of you in the next one. Bye! Now for the talky bit. For people who don't want to listen to the talky bit, that's all fine and good and dandy, and I'm giving you the opportunity to walk away. Cool. If you're still here, sit back, grab a drink, and listen. Hello, friend. Pull up a chair and listen. No Deckard Cain for me. So I started my new job. I had my third shift today. I've got one more tomorrow, and that's this week done. I'm doing quite long shifts, so it averages out. And I was doing a late shift. I was doing from early afternoon till the end when we closed. And I went in, and I always get everywhere early because that's what I'm like. As soon as I got in there was another girl starting the same time as me who was also early. And she was there with this pack, good maybe 2 or 3 packs of throat lozenges. And as soon as I clocked that, I'm like, what's the bet? So we start working, fine, great, blah, blah, blah. And then about halfway through the shift, my throat starts killing me. Just out of nowhere, maybe over the course of 5-10 minutes, it's just oh, this really hurts. So I'm having to buy a drink and going back and swigging it every now and then because my throat's killing me. And I just start feeling rough and run down and just, You know what I mean. And so I finished, and I had about 10 minutes to get to the bus stop to get my bus home. And I staggered to the bus stop. I don't think I looked that bad, but I felt pretty bad. And I got there and I got the bus, and I was sitting on the bus, and if anyone's done a working job and you're standing for like 8-9 hours, at the end of the day your feet are killing you because you've been pressing on the pads and basically you've pushed all the blood out. So I'm sitting on the bus wriggling my toes and my feet as much as I can to try and get this blood to pump so they'll stop hurting, and didn't really work so much. So eventually I get off the bus and I stagger like the 2 minutes from the bus stop to my house, and it feels like 20 minutes. It felt forever. It's just, I don't know if I looked stupid, but you know, in like films where people are crossing the desert and they're like, water, water. I thought I was going to do that. I was just like, oh, I feel bad. I got back, and at this point I was melting. Absolutely melting. I was so hot. And so I came in, I let my dog out, and I stripped off. I know that's not an image any of you want in your heads, but there we go. I stripped off. I was dying. I was absolutely melting. And I threw on my dressing gown just so I wasn't in the mud, which is this thing. I will live in this if given the opportunity. And I crashed out on the chair. And then anytime I moved or anytime one part of me touched another part of me, doesn't matter what it was or what was going on, or I got a cold drink because I was dying for a drink. I had a cold drink. I was getting cold flushes, like full-on cold flushes, like I was freezing. And it was really horrible. So eventually I'm like, nah, I'm going to call it a day. So I got to my feet after crashing out on the chair for like an hour or something. Not asleep, but you know. I was talking to one of my friends on Messenger, and she was like, you need to go to bed. I'm like, no. Because now children, something you might not understand if you've never done like a full-time job. There is nothing worse than getting up, going to work, coming home, sleeping. Get up, go to work, coming home, sleep. Get up, go to work, sleep. Get up, go to work, sleep. The cycle of just all you're doing is working and sleeping. It is awful. There's nothing worse, because you start losing your sanity because you've got nothing else in your life. It's horrible. So I'm like, no, I'm having a couple of hours zombieing in front of YouTube. I don't care what's on. I don't care what's happening. I came across a new video by VGamer11. Go check her out. It's not because it's reviewing something I sent her. That's besides the point. So I was zombied for a while, and eventually I'm like, no, I agree. I do need to go to bed. This is about 11, half 11. So I'll go to bed, and then I don't have to be in work till 10. I need to leave the house at 9 to get the bus and stuff there and be massively early, but I don't want to risk there being traffic and being late. So I need to leave at 9. So worst case scenario, I could get up at half 8. That gives me 8.5, maybe 9 hours sleep. Superb. So I go to bed and I lie there and I'm melting. Again, absolutely melting. But you know when you're feeling rough and all you want to do is wrap up in your blanket? So I'm doing that, but then I'm melting, so I'm throwing it off, and then I'm getting the cold flushes, so I'm having to bring it back on, and my throat is killing me again. So my friend's like, go get yourself a coffee. Hot drink, sort your throat out. Fine. So I went, I made myself a coffee, I staggered down the stairs. I almost fell down the stairs, I was that half asleep. Made myself a coffee, went to bed. Stayed in bed for like an hour drinking this coffee. Fell asleep at 1 o'clock. Must have been about 1 o'clock. And I don't fall asleep that easily, but I was talking to my friend on this messenger, and it was like, oh look, 1 o'clock. Boom, and I was out. And then I woke up. Like, yeah. I was like, oh god, it must be morning. It must be basically time to get up because my body clock works like that. And I feel awful still, but I feel like I've had some sleep, but not enough. Why is it still pitch black? So I rolled over, I checked my phone. I fell asleep at 1 o'clock, it was now 3 o'clock. So I rolled over, went back to sleep. woke up, checked the time, 20 to 5. And that was me. I was basically just rolling from side to side, not being able to sleep from 20 to 5. So eventually I got up like 6, half 6, and I am zombied. I think I've worn it out now. I think I've like burned it out of my system now by working. I generally don't take sick days, and I can't at the start of a new job. So I basically burnt it out of my system, but I'm still tired. Basically, I'm so tired. Which is why when the woman was like, "Oh yeah, you know, tomorrow because we've got to train you to do something. You're like coming in for like 2.5 hours." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm quite looking forward to that. We got some more budget. Do you want an extra 2 hours?" I'm like, "Yeah." God, why did I say that? Oh yeah, bills. So that's my little. I feel rough. I'm feeling better now. I'm just feeling a bit bunged up, like I'm full of cold. But I'll just go to sleep. I'll be fine. So I've done a review of that, which took about 6 minutes, and then I've talked for 10 minutes. Yay! But that's my little update. There's other stuff I could say, but I'm not going to because that might lead to other things that I really shouldn't say. So let's just stop there. Okay. So I've already done my outro. I don't know what to say now. So yeah, if you stuck it out this long, thank you for listening to me ramble. Yeah, I shall catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.